Boss Kids, and today we're going to be talking about a popular Reddit subreddit. I'm not going to say the full word, but it's let's call it the bad guy, instead of saying, you know the word, am I the bad guy? And today it's with me, Nala, as the host, and I'm joined today, it's going to be a girls episode, so I'm joined by...
My name is Taylor Wiley.
And my name is Alexis Sylvia.
Yes. And thank y'all for joining me today. Today's going to be kind of a relaxing episode because you're basically going to get a story read to y'all.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
So Am I the Bad Guy is a subreddit or a topic or a blog post where people ask for advice on whether or not they are the bad guy, right? And feel free to, when I'm talking, cut me off, say stuff, doesn't matter, while I explain the stories, okay? And so the first story was posted on Best of Redditor Updates. This is a subreddit where people post the best Reddit stories that have the best updates, right? It's called I, 18 female, have apparently been dating my best friend, 19 male, for an entire year, but I didn't know until today. Need help asking him about it. Okay, you all ready for this story?
What do I think of him? I think there's a lot to think.
Okay, let's begin. This is going to be such a suffering from success story post, but bear with me for a second. I've known him for 5 years, different classes and courses, but the same friend group. Over time, he has genuinely become one of the best people I know, and it's only getting better every day. I can't lie and say he's not my type. Nerdy, charming, sweet, funny, flirty, with the right amount of awkward. He comes, pick me up from class, plays hockey without being a D-bag to the skaters, and most importantly, gets treats for my cats. Multiple strangers have mistaken us for a couple, even close people like our friends, professors, and worst of all, my family.
We're just very good friends.
He's kind of perfect, but I never even thought about putting these on him. He's never shown romantic interest in me. We're friends, nothing more. Or that's what I thought. Today, he was spending the afternoon at my dorm, something he started about a year now. We're laying on the bed, mindlessly watching Sonic cartoons, when he says, verbatim, "So baby, where do you want to go this Friday?"
Bombastic side-eye. Criminal offensive side-eye.
Instead of asking why, I froze and was like, what's happening Friday? He turns to me, kisses me, again, first time thing with us, hugs my waist and goes, "Our first year anniversary, idiot. I'm making it reservations." At this point, I'm frozen. I generally don't know what to say. I'm gobsmacked. The dude thought he was my best friend who never showed interest in dating thing. It's under the idea that we've been dating for a whole year. I'm silent while he continues hugging me and scrolling on his phone, racking my brain thinking about what to tell him. When his phone starts ringing, it's his mom, which he puts on speaker and she dead goes, "Hi, are you still with your girlfriend?" Oh, so now his mom thinks we're dating too. He tells her yes, asks why she called. She asks for his help with private stuff I will not divulge here. He turns to me, goes, "Sorry, I'll be back in a bit, sweetheart." I just nodded and was like, "All right, see you in a bit." No questions, no screaming, just acceptance. Apparently, majority of people I talk to think we're dating. Or if I'm being correct, know we're dating and just have never mentioned it to me. I don't know what to do now. I mean, he's a great guy, don't get me wrong. And if the last 5 years are anything to go by, he is a great boyfriend, maybe even a future husband, but I've never looked at him that way, so I couldn't say I love him. When this occurred, it was like the glass shattered and I saw how differently he looked at me, how he talked and acted, stuff that never changed since the beginning, but for some reason, I've never noticed.
Wowza, I don't think this has ever happened before.
If the roles were reversed in a year ago, something happened and where I was just like, shoot, I love him. This is probably a date. We're probably dating now. I would have confirmed with him, very least said something for the following year, not only the 1 year mark. I just don't know what to do. I'm scared and angry, disappointed in myself for not recognizing the situation sooner. Feels like I'm stuck between a sword and a wall. Last thing I want to do is hurt him, but I also don't want to lie to him. How should I go on about this with him? So, what are your thoughts on this situation?
What do you think?
I personally think like maybe she should talk to him because I'm still a firm believer in like asking someone to be your girlfriend. So like the whole not asking in like a year is
That's crazy. A year? Like, that's suspicious. What do you mean we've been dating for a year and neither of them said anything? Right.
Yeah, it's like, piggyback off of what Taylor just said, like I feel like honestly communication is a big key and they both lack that at that very moment. So I feel like right then I feel like the relationship is gonna be a little tricky just for the simple fact they didn't even both know they was dating. Well, she didn't know she was dating him because it was communication there.
What's also weird is that everyone around her knows they're dating.
Right, so why would nobody have spoken on that? Like just on like general type of thing, just like, oh, are you going with your boyfriend? Just so she could question it, like, who's my boyfriend?
Right. First of all, if we never said that we were dating, we're not dating. Like,
I'm not looking for a man. Let's start there.
Girls, you're not dating someone if you don't say you're dating them. Like, they can't just decide that you're dating them if they never said it. Like, how are you going to say that we've been dating for a year? To who? When did that start? When did you decide that we started dating? Like, like they said, communication, like, say it beforehand. Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Are y'all ready for this update?
Yeah.
Okay, first, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen with this update?
I think that he's just going to be like, you know, like, I felt as if we were dating, so like, I didn't think I had to ask you out. I feel like that's most of, like, a lot of guys' reasonings, like, for not asking a girl out. It's just, like, they feel like, oh, we've been talking for so long, I didn't feel like I had to.
Yeah. What about you, Alexis? What do you think is going to happen?
I feel like she's going to tell him, like, I have, like, feelings or, like, I feel like they're going to come to some type of common ground. But as far as him going for it, I feel like he's going to just be like, yeah, you're my girlfriend, we're dating, and she's just gonna be like, well, I don't feel that way, or something like that.
Yeah, because she clearly didn't like him first. Like, she said that she could like him, but she didn't think of it that way because it's one.
It's like feelings right now.
Yeah.
I just want everyone to know what's happening.
Insane turnout. Women, be careful, okay? Don't let anyone minimize your experience. And she dodged a bullet. That's why it's always good to communicate, because if she just kept letting this happen,
right,
she would have found out later that he was insane. Okay? Now, this next story is on a different thing. This one isn't really about like a boyfriend, it's about family. And so let me read this one for y'all. Am I the bad guy for telling my 13-year-old niece that makeup can be empowering too? I, 21 female, have a 13-year-old niece named Paula. She's the daughter of my brother, 37 male, and my sister-in-law, Ella, 38 female. Although me and my brother have a big age gap, I'm very close to him, so I'm very involved in my niece's life. My sister-in-law, I hate to say this, can be a little bit of a pick-me. She herself has said that she is one of the dudes. She also has very toxic relationships with women and almost zero female friends. Ella hates makeup and anyone who wears it. In her opinion, with double intentions, whatever that means.
What is that supposed to mean?
Paula has shown a lot of interest in my makeup. She compliments me and says that she wishes to be able to do that to her face. With my brother's permission, I've given Paula some lip gloss and blushes. Nothing too extreme, just for her to play with. She absolutely adores them. I made sure she knows how to remove the makeup properly for her to not damage her skin. My family and I went to a fancy restaurant yesterday. My niece asked me if I could do her makeup and showed me a picture of this really simple pink eyeshadow look. We asked permission to my brother and he said yes. Ella was going to meet with us at the restaurant, so she was not at home. So I did Paula's makeup, which was blush, lip gloss, and a bit of eyeshadow. That's it. She looked so happy. My brother did a little photo shoot. We We all three had so much fun doing that. We arrived at the restaurant when Ella saw Paula. I could immediately see that she was pissed. Ella pulled aside my brother for a few minutes. When they returned, my brother looked sad, like a sad puppy.
We have a problem.
Ella started to rant on how makeup is bad for a child's self-esteem and how women like me only want male attention. In front of Paula, I could see my niece was getting more and more upset from what Ella was saying. So I interrupted her and said, Paula, makeup can be empowering too. You have control over your body, and if you want to paint your face, do so. At least Ella stopped after I said that. My brother called me today to tell me that Ella has decided that I'm not a good influence to Paula, and from now on, I would only have supervised contact with her. I think my sister-in-law is overreacting, but I also feel absolutely gutted. I think I should have kept quiet and just talked to Paula later. But at the same time, I feel like it was the right thing to say. So, what are your thoughts on this?
I think we should have that conversation.
I feel like personally, because I know I wear makeup and like I'll probably do like a little bit, but I feel like as a woman, like just because you wear makeup, that doesn't like change who you are. So for a male to come and say like women shouldn't wear makeup and like trying to like force her to not wear makeup, I feel like that's kind of wrong in a sense because
it's not her brother, it's her sister-in-law who says that girls shouldn't wear makeup. The brother is fine with it. The sister-in-law is like a pick-me. She's like, girls should not wear makeup. You just want male attention. So,
but still, as a woman, like if another woman wants to wear makeup, like that's her choice. Like it's not on your face. So I feel like she's wrong in a sense for telling somebody else like what they should do and how they should do it.
Exactly.
Like I don't know how to feel about makeup at a young age. Like that's always a tricky topic.
Let me check how old she was. She's 13.
Oh, yeah. On the second thought, yeah, it's like 13. Yeah.
She's a teenager.
Yeah, she's gonna get into that, but like I get what she's trying to say, but I also feel like she's a teenager. She's gonna see makeup. She's gonna want to try it.
Because 13 is kind of when you start.
Like, she didn't have a full face beat. She had simple stuff.
She had lip gloss and some blush. Like she really didn't have anything. She didn't have eyeliner. She didn't have bronzer. She didn't have foundation on. And like maybe because I'm different. Cause my mom was a makeup artist and a hairstylist when I was a kid. So I started doing makeup. Well, I started at like 13. I also was a tomboy too. So I was like anti-makeup for a while. I was kind of like why do I need makeup? But then I started liking dressing up and stuff like that. And I think it's really fun to do my makeup. It's just a fun thing to do. Like I look forward to getting ready. I look forward to getting dressed up. I like waking up and doing my makeup. It's fun. She was deemed not the a-hole, by the way. Yeah! If you're wondering. So she was not like the OP, the one who was like, can I put makeup on my niece?
Okay.
She was not the a-hole, okay? Everyone kind of agrees with her that she didn't do anything wrong. Some of the comments are saying, not the a-hole. This was internalized misogyny. There's nothing wrong with makeup, and you can absolutely do a full beat without it being a cry for attention. I sincerely hope you can talk to your brother and somehow find a way to back into Paula's life. This one is about roommates.
And they were roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates.
Do y'all live in dorms right now?
Yes.
What about you, Alexis?
Yes.
Do you have roommates? How do you feel about them?
Me and my roommate are super close. I've had the same roommate since freshman year.
Same. Okay. I've also had the same roommates for a while.
Me, I'm cool with my roommate. Every roommate I had, I've been cool with, so.
Yeah, I've heard some crazy roommate stories. Thankfully, I haven't had crazy roommates.
Some really crazy stories.
So, am I the bad guy for leaving my roommate's insulin out of the fridge to spoil?
What?
Okay, let's get into this. Am I the a-hole for moving my roommate's insulin out of the way? So, my 27 roommate, 23F, is a type 1 diabetic. She stores her insulin in the refrigerator. I decided to throw a huge surprise party for my best friend, 28M, this weekend. I knew the party would be a massive hit, and I was super excited to see the look on his face when he walked in. To make the party unforgettable, I ordered a giant custom-made ice cream cake, which needed to be kept in the fridge. When I got home with the cake, I realized that there was not enough room in the fridge for it. My roommate wasn't home, so I couldn't ask her if I could rearrange her stuff. I saw her insulin, and I thought it would be no big deal if I took it out for a few hours while the party was going on.
That's the dumbest thing you could have said! What are you, an idiot?
Anyway, my roommate came home unexpectedly during the party, noticed her insulin was missing, absolutely freaked out. She started yelling at me in front of the guests, making a scene and totally ruining the vibe. She had to take some emergency insulin she kept in her room and left the party visibly upset. Now everyone's telling me that I'm a bad guy for taking your insulin out of the fridge, even though it was only for a few hours. I think she overreacted. It's not my fault she came home early. Am I the a-hole?
Hello?
Oh, I feel like that roommate was definitely in the wrong, because that's somebody's medicine. You don't play with somebody's life like that.
Literally, okay, and if she died, what would you have done? If she died, what would you have done? Like, you just... Also,
like, for a cake is crazy.
Also, how big is insulin where you have to take insulin out to put a cake in? You're just being petty. You could have made room somewhere else.
And if the party's going to be so packed, why couldn't she ask, like, one person, oh, can you put this cake in your fridge? Like, I can't put it in mine.
Right? Like,
she just take her own stuff out that's in the fridge so she could put it in instead of taking your roommate's stuff out.
It's also the insulin.
You're wrong.
You're darn near 30, my guy. You're darn near 30 and you almost killed somebody. Like, also,
I feel like he just wanted to be like petty for real, because he really could have, they could have put the ice cream cake in the freezer. Honestly, you didn't have to touch somebody's insulin. Like, I feel like they was wrong 100%.
Insulin is just crazy. Like, that should be off limits.
Right? Yeah. Like, that, he nearly killed her. Like, he nearly ended her life. Like, that's insane. Y'all have any final thoughts? That was the last story. How'd y'all feel about Reddit? Y'all didn't know about Reddit before this, and
yeah, I didn't, but I'm kind of thinking about downloading it now or something, because the stories are pretty interesting, and I like seeing how like other people think. So like reading the comments, I feel like I would be like intrigued.
I love reading these Reddit stories because it's just a lot of people post them online, like somewhere else. Just the comments are the best part, because it's like you listen to them and you're like, they did what now? And you're asking. Sometimes people are just, I try to focus more on like college situations here, and that's why most of them is about like college stuff, relationships, and like, you know, women. But there's some other stories that are just insane that I didn't even get into. Maybe another time we can do that if y'all want to do this again sometime. I hope y'all boss kids also enjoyed seeing this episode, and if y'all want to see more content like this, comment and let us know. And do you know the accounts who do stuff like this? If so, comment them down below. Have any good Reddit stories? Tag them below. And check us out on our Instagram, our website, join our email list, and check out our social medias below and let us know how you feel about it. Comment what's your favorite Reddit story. Link some. Maybe we'll read it. You know, maybe you can read it with us. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you, Taylor and Alexis, for being here with me. For girls episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, we gotta keep the guys, you know how it is. The guys have their episode, now we have the girls episode. Okay?
Right.
Exactly. And tell us what you like more. You know, you can be secret between us. Which one you like more, the boys or the girls episode. Anyways, thank you for joining us, and we love you so much. Take care and check us out on our social medias. Bye, boss kids.
Bye. Guys.